What's up, Kurt?
What's up, dog?
Brady Bag Show's back, just with no bags.
If you have not noticed, right? If you have not noticed, but
Joey's in New York. He was on Ariel's show yesterday, so he's still out there doing some stuff. He's got his documentary coming out, so they got
which is good.
It's a solid one. I've seen it twice already. Going for a third. But yeah, so Joey's not with us this week. He'll be back next week.
It's a rough week, man. This was
Wedding
a rough
week.
We are.
Wedding week. You coming back from your experience in bare knuckle? We can get into that at
sure.
the end.
Rough week, tough week, and like I said, it's a little later.
But we're
than
getting
we
it done.
But we're getting it. We're getting it done, dog.
Let's recap that card last week. Started off rough for the boys. Egger money line. She got knee barred. Charles Johnson lost a decision. Josh lost to the newcomer Trey Waters, but then I turned a corner. I got DeLima, he won, but then I went back down. Arosa lost, but now it picks up. Joey took Rodolfo by submission or decision. I took Rodolfo by money line. That hit. We both took Kaio by any finish. I took him inside the distance. Mm-hmm. Joey took him by submission or decision. That both hit. And then back to the main event where I've been slaying these boys. 2 weeks in a row, 2 underdog picks.
Yeah.
Song Yadong. My man is a savage. Someone made one of my homies commented on the thing. He was like, why'd you say Bull's name like that? Song Yadong.
Did you? I keeping 100. I lost. I missed this whole card.
Oh, I watched it. It was great.
You watched the whole card? Mm-hmm. Okay, cool.
Song looked good, man.
How'd that fight go? Did Ricky Simone get his wrestling off?
He got a couple, but Song, like, it was. You could just tell there was a clear difference on the feet and like the type of power. Ricky's really good, but Song just hits fucking hard, bro. Hits him hard.
What was the finish? TKO? I didn't get the review. I've been ripping and running since I got back from dinner.
He hit him with like a couple of nice overhands. He was timing his jab really good, and then hit him with a left hook, and then followed up on the ground.
That's cool.
Kaio got a rear naked choke. He looked super good.
How'd that work? Would that? Because like I said, that dude is like a puncher a little bit. Just a tough bar.
At first,
guy.
it was. The first round was a little closer than I expected, but then he started finding his takedowns. He got him down. He got on the back, and he fucking hit him with a good old rear naked, and then was snapping because I guess people were saying he doesn't get finishes. So he's like, "Who doesn't finish anybody?" Started snapping, but it got better towards the end of the card for us. Right. Last weekend, this weekend, we got a good one.
I like it. I like this. I'm looking at this card. It is better than
we'll just run through some of the picks at the bottom, and then we'll talk more about like the main card or some other fights. I
got you set up right here. Well, I don't know these. Actually, this dude Johnny Munoz follows me on Instagram.
You pick them. You say the names, and I'll tell you what I know about them. And then
disclaimer, all right? Joey is not here. Yeah. All right, there are some names on here.
I'm gonna fuck these names up. Kurt's gonna fuck these names up, and you're just gonna have to take it.
Joey's not here. He's our best name guy, bro. So.
Daniel Santos versus Johnny Munoz. Santos trains with Oliveira.
Oh, okay.
Oliveira, bro. He lost his UFC debut. He fights Julio Arce. Julio Arce is a Tiger Schulman's guy. He's super good. He loses the decision, but comes back, and then he fights John Cansanena, if that's how you say his name. And they had a great fight, and then he got the finish in the second round. So I like this kid. I'm picking him.
Do you know Johnny Munoz? I don't know who this is, but he does follow me on Instagram. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know much about him.
I can't.
The next ones, I'm just gonna do a pick.
I looked this one up. Claudio. I bet it's
Ribeiro. Yeah. I'm picking Ribeiro.
I am too, because matter of fact, we took him. He fought Al Hassan. What's his name? I can see. Look, he fought him, and what it was his calf kicks were ferocious. Yeah. His kicks were ferocious, and he was a banger, and they both was bangers. But I think he ended up getting knocked out. But I looked up this dude Joseph Holmes, like kind of just a basic fighter, just a truly basic fighter.
And he's lost to some guys who aren't really that good. So yeah, I'm picking Claudio.
You got
I know how to say his name, but I'm not even going to say
it. Zhumagulov.
It's something like that.
Okay, bet. I'm all right.
I'm picking Rafael, though.
Okay.
I'm not even, like, Zhumagulov, he always ends up on the wrong side of a decision. He's had a lot of fights where I kind of thought he won, but the judges fucking hate this guy. So I'm going to go the other way. Ikram, I'm not going to say his last name, versus Phil Hawes. This is going to be a really good fight.
I think it will.
Ikram's only loss is to Hamzat.
Yeah. He fought Nishan Barrow, which is one of our teammates here.
Yeah.
And he's a world Sambo champion. And I think I think
he's going to have a hard time getting Phil down.
100% takedown defense.
100%.
Yep.
Never
been taken down. Nope.
He's been knocked out before.
Yep.
But he's never been taken down. So if it plays out the way, in my mind, I think I could see it. Ikram can't get the takedowns. Maybe he does, but Phil gets right back up.
He does gas too.
Phil's a super athlete.
Yeah.
And I think he'll get back up. And then on the feet, I think Phil is way more dynamic, and I think Phil could possibly knock him out.
This is true.
And Phil's already an underdog on the money line. You take him by knockout, it's going to be fat stacks.
This should be good. That should be a good one.
The people's main event. Parker Porter versus Braxton Smith. Nah, people always, they fuck around with Parker Porter. But I was just listening. So this dude Braxton, supposedly he made his debut in 2014. He took off all those years. He lost to Chase Sherman in his debut, then didn't fight until 2022, and then rattled off like 5 wins or something like that. So dude took off mad time. I think he was playing football or something. But now he's back, and with that being said, I'm not picking Parker Porter ever again in my life. I'm going to pick Braxton Smith by first-round knockout.
Damn.
First-round knockout. Probably fat odds on that.
Braxton Smith, I did not get to look up, but I know Parker Porter is.
Yeah.
Pressure on this one.
Marina Rodriguez versus Virna Jandiroba.
Okay, that was
not too bad. Not too bad.
Yo, Virna
striker versus grappler.
It is, and she's a good grappler.
And
but
I'm going with Virna.
The grappler.
Yeah.
I thought she. To me, I feel like she needs a killer instinct for her grappling to be so well.
Yeah.
She doesn't get to it like you would like to see her get to it. So I think it's a disadvantage on the feet for sure. Marina Rodriguez has it, but if Virna can fucking get her grappling going, then she should do pretty well. She did well with Mackenzie Dern. She just needs like a killer instinct. I feel like if she goes in there like the savage that she is in grappling, then she should have a good day.
Yeah.
But if it stay on the feet too long, it's a very disadvantage.
Yeah, I'm just hoping she gets a takedown early and often, and can keep it where she wants.
Yeah.
Next one, fat layup. Williams. Khaos Williams by knockout.
Absolutely. I watched this dude, Rolando Bedoya, and it's like
he likes to block punches with his face.
His face. That's it. That's it. And I'm talking about every fight he takes huge shots, and I'm like, which says you do have a chin, but I don't know if you have a chin built to take a punch by like this dude, Khaos Williams. So
knockout.
Layup.
Knockout.
Layup.
Devin Clark versus Kennedy Nzechukwu. You see that? My brother.
Yo, this is a good one because like last time we actually took Devin Clark on an underdog.
I'm taking
for real. Mm-hmm. I'm actually going to take Devin Clark again because I do think. Well, y'all took him, but I took him in my picks. I'm going to play him again because he comes out fast, he comes out hard, and he does find a way to initiate his wrestling every round. He will shoot, he will pressure you against the cage.
I just think Kennedy's going to be too big.
Too tall, too big.
He is very big. Light heavyweight.
And I will say when he does get out of these wrestling situations, he does have a tendency of turning it up or at least putting punches on you, which usually is when you're gassed coming out of that.
Exactly. It's like when you're trying to take a little bit of a break, you're getting punched in your face and you're like, fuck.
Yep. So he just has a slow
start. So, that's going to be a good one. This is like one of my favorite fights on this card. Dober versus Matt Frevola. Good-ass fight. But I love Dober. He looked great against Bobby Green. He was Bobby was actually looking really good against him until Drew knocked him out. And nobody knocks out Bobby Green. So for him to knock out Bobby Green the way he did, I'm going with Drew.
Dober.
Yeah, Drew's all action.
Wasn't Joey big on this guy, Matt Frevola?
Yeah, Matt's good. Okay. Matt got knocked out by Terrence McKinney, that like 6-second one. Just got caught.
Got you.
But he's rattled off 2 nice wins. He just beat that dude Ozdemir. So like Atman Ozdemir. So yeah, but I love Drew. I'm going to pick Drew all the motherfucking way. He's a Vayner Sports boy as well.
Vayner. Shout out to Vayner, man. Very satisfied with these people.
Kron Gracie versus Charles Jourdain.
This kid, Charles Jourdain, is the 300 kick guy. That's what we're going to call him, 300 kick at the end of the fight. But Kron Gracie really has submissions galore. All right? So a lot of his fights are grappling events when you look at his Tapology, but submission galore. I think he got 5 subs. I think he's like 5-1, if I'm correct, without clicking on it. I think it's about to be 6 subs. That's what I truly think. I think it's 6 subs. 6 subs. Charles Jourdain is good.
And there's like a lot of like people that have the Gracie name who aren't really like Gracie's like that. Like
he's one of them.
Kron's legit as fuck.
This is Hickson Gracie's son, I believe. Right?
Yeah, Kron's super legit. Yeah, I'm picking Kron by
submission. 6 submissions, I believe.
What's the next one?
Bryce Mitchell was injured, hurt his back. I don't know if they told exactly what it was.
He was on the embedded, and he had like some like purple dye on his shoulder. It was just weird. Like people were like, "Oh, he's definitely hurt," and then a day later he pulled out. Yeah.
What's that usually like? Purple dye, like a
green? I had no idea what the fuck it was. It was just weird. But then he was in an ice bath that had barely any water in it. Like it was like up to his knees. I'm like, the fuck is this dude doing? Yeah. He's the most country motherfucker ever. But Movsar Imavov, he's fucking 16-0, savage. Diego Lopes is just about to get ran through.
Yeah, when I heard he was 16-0, I was like, damn, that probably would have been a good matchup, or it would have been nice to put him up against Bryce and see if he can derail him. That's what they like to see if these prospects are ready. And it would have been a nice matchup, but it looks like he will be going to 17-0.
Yeah. Jessica Andrade versus...
This one is interesting to me.
I don't know how to say this chick's first name, but I'm just going to call her Jan. She had that fight with Mackenzie Dern, her last one out. And then before that, she lost a split to Marina, and then she got finished by Carla. But she looked good her last fight.
She did. And, you know, she like I said, she is a tremendous... She's really just a striker. That's the best bet. She's just a striker, but she has like some...
With that being said...
with all that being said...
Jessica Andrade.
It's a tank.
Yo, I'll take the L on the Erin Blanchfield.
Yeah.
She looked fucking good. I thought she was going to have a hard time with Jessica, and she was punching the shit out of her. She looked good. But I'm picking Jessica here. Yeah. Hopefully she doesn't...
And honestly, if you look at the Mackenzie Dern fight... Jessica Andrade can grapple just a little bit. This girl isn't really familiar with what to do off her back. She was like shrimping the wrong way, all types of stuff. So the easiest way to victory definitely would be to just take this chick down. But you already know Jessica Andrade, like she like bodies. Like she like so.
She wants to punch.
She does. But
I'm gonna pick Jessica.
I would too.
Co-main event.
This is
Bilal Muhammad versus Gilbert Burns. It's gonna be a good fucking fight, bro.
It is, man. I've been thinking about this for a little while. Just talked to my brother about it. And he's like, which way are you going on this one? And I'm just like, on paper, everything says Gilbert Burns. Everything. He is a better jiu-jitsu guy than Bilal Muhammad is a wrestler. He has more power. He has the better resume. He has fought better people. Everything says Gilbert Burns. With
that being said, I'm picking Bilal Muhammad. Obviously, for me, I want him to win.
Yeah.
Because the better he does, and it's better for me, and I want to work my way back towards fighting him again. But man, I just think he knows how to win.
He just knows how to win.
He just knows how to win. I think he'll be able to slow this fight down and kind of even maybe Gilbert has harder punches, but I think Bilal has cleaner striking, whereas like he has more volume, so I think he could kind of maybe point Gilbert out on the feet and evade his takedowns if he tries to shoot. Yeah, and then it's 5 rounds, so I think...
gas tank issues?
No, neither one of them have... I don't think that. I just think Bilal is just going to have... I think he's just going to point him out for 5 rounds. I think he's just going to find a way to hit him, evade big shots. He might get clipped, but recover. And just find a way to win. He just seems like he always finds a way to win.
I think you, like I said, and if you don't ask yourself, or you ask yourself, why do you I think it's time to ask yourself, like, why do I hate Bilal? Or why am I not taking Bilal?
Yeah.
He has shown time after time, like I said, because and I'll be straight up, between Vicente, Stephen Thompson. I'm not really like whatever.
Yeah.
But like I said, I still to this day believe you will be a champion. So you beat the guy that I think will be a great fighter. So I can't say like this dude not in or he getting lucky. No, you have to eventually start. I think it's time to start saying Bilal really is.
He's good.
Possibly.
He's good and he's gotten better.
He is.
He's stuck it out and he's gotten better.
And that Dagestan camp probably does something to you too. Like being able to train with those type of guys, you probably do gain something from it in a sense. Sure. So he should.
But either way, even if Bilal loses to Gilbert's one of the best guys in the world. So it doesn't. I don't think it even hurts his stock that much. Like obviously he won't be next in line for the title shot, but but I'm still picking him, and he's an underdog.
If Bilal wins, Bilal deserves a shot.
They already said, They said they said they're going to get it over Colby, which either one of them deserve. Like, this would be Gilbert's like third fight in fucking like 3 months. If he wins, he definitely deserves it. And then Bilal, he's on a crazy win streak. He deserves it.
Bilal coming in short notice. If everybody does short notice, right? I'm almost certain. Short notice, and then also. He's coming in short notice, and Gilbert is actually coming off very active. So Gilbert's
it's going to be
2 fights within 30 days.
To see
how that plays out.
Whether if Bilal has been training since we fought, then he's going to be fine. But if he wasn't, then it might show. But I think he was. He seems like he reminds me of kind of like myself, where he seems like he's always in the gym. Yeah. Which is the way you kind of have to be, and that's how he's gotten better over the years.
Absolutely.
Aljo versus Henry Cejudo. I'm fucking picking Aljo.
I am, man. And
he's big, he's long. Yeah. Henry fucking is cringy as shit. I know it's a fucking thing, but I fuck with Aljo. I feel like people have been doubting Aljo for way too long.
I was about to say, just like Bilal a little bit. Like, why are we still
having this debate?
I don't know. I think he's showing it time after time that he really is one of the greats. He's in a sense, you have to say he's beginning to reign over that division. Me personally, I don't think we ever talk about. I am not a Aljo fake the Yan knee situation. And if he did, I
fought on that card. I don't think I remember we were watching. I'm like, bro,
brother, if anybody wants to come up here and take a knee from and then ask me, do you want to go about the rest of your day or not?
Or go about fighting again. Get into it back to the like I'm fucked up.
That's done. Yeah, just because I can stand doesn't mean I'm okay.
But that's the problem.
People
they get on their phone. They can say whatever they want.
Yeah, that's true.
And they can go sit behind their desk and never have to worry about getting kneed in their fucking face.
Never.
So that's the problem with today's world.
I am going with Aljo though, even though I do think Cejudo has a great IQ. You keep seeing these videos and you really are seeing how small
Aljo could fight at 145. Okay. Henry was a 25er. Like there's going to be a massive size difference.
Yeah.
Aljo's big as shit, and no matter what anyone says, like they call him a weight bully, this, that, he makes the weight. It doesn't matter what he's coming down from. He's going to be bigger. He's longer. I think he's going to get on his back, lock that body triangle, and strangle him. Wrap that arm right.
Let me ask you though, if Henry Cejudo could win, how could you see it happening?
Henry's explosive. He's smart. I mean, maybe he mixes in his takedowns, and we haven't seen Aljo on his back.
Yeah.
So that could be interesting.
Yeah.
But Henry's super explosive, and he's got knockout power. So, like, he could catch Aljo, but I just don't see it happening.
Henry not big jiu-jitsu, though. Just a lot of wrestling?
Yeah.
I don't know how many finishes he got. No. I really didn't watch a lot of Henry Cejudo when he was around, but I guess that's because he was cringe, and then Mighty Mouse was still here, so it was like a lot of focus wasn't...
Yeah, looking at... He doesn't have, like...
Crazy...
Any submissions, really.
No?
I don't think he has any, honestly. Yeah, it's all punches. But, like, if you do look at his record, like, knocked out Dominic Cruz, TKO'd Marlon, ground and pound, fucking... Demetrius was a split decision, but then Wilson Reyes, punches. So, like, he's got some power in his hands.
Ooh. That should be... It's a good card, man. Like,
it's a good card.
This and it's right after the wedding. My boy... Tomorrow,
big wedding day tomorrow.
Big wedding day, guys.
Big wedding day.
So tomorrow, then Saturday, we should be watching the fight. Yeah, man.
There's ONE FC on. There's some good there's a lot of good combat sports. Isn't Canelo fighting Saturday too?
Canelo fights. I don't know. My brother was saying it's like kind of like a nobody, but Canelo went back to DAZN, which is kind of weird because he breached that 11-fight contract he had back on DAZN. So they must have worked something out. Yeah. And we were just saying like that dude is just like. He kind of just lingering around, like, bro. He truly doesn't have much left to prove.
He just be doing whatever the fuck he wants. It's funny. I was just watching his thing, and like, he's such a big deal in Mexico. Like, it's wild.
I can't imagine.
Wild.
I can't imagine.
Just cameras everywhere, signing babies' foreheads.
He's literally like Julio Cesar Chavez, basically, in this day and era. But he already beat the game. He's just doing like the quest missions.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah. But it's a great weekend for combat sports. So we'll get this out early. Yeah. I mean, it's Thursday here. People, it's gonna be great. We had a long week, but we got the episode. Sign up for fucking SteadyPicks, man.
This is true.
If you're not signed up, and now listen, there's NBA, there's fucking hockey. These guys they're cashing the checks. So if you're not signed up, it's free. You're playing yourself.
Sign up for SteadyPicks, man.
Is that it?
I think. Other than that, I was gonna tell you about beer. I forgot to tell you about Bare Knuckle Weekend. This is true. Our fault. I don't know. Did you watch that fight?
Fuck yeah, I watched it. I was tired as shit. For people that don't know, I go to bed very early. 10 p.m. is the latest I stay up. It was late when Eddie came on. It was like 11 something, but I was like in and out of it. As soon as he came on, I was hyped out. Eddie Alvarez is the fucking Philly OG of MMA. If you don't know Eddie, you're not from Philly. Like everybody knows Eddie Alvarez. I love Eddie. Eddie's helped me out for a lot of fights. Eddie got me signed to the UFC. So anytime Eddie's fighting, I'm watching and I'm supporting.
This is true. And literally, how you kind of feel about him, that's kind of the feel I got working with Eddie over that week. And it's like, man, dude takes care of you. If you with him, you don't even need your wallet. You can leave your wallet home. Like I said, you won't want for anything. You won't need for anything. If you're in this camp, he got you. You know, so it was like, it was cool, man. We had some great talks. Like ate, hung out, chilled. Like I said,
you're hanging out with Justin Gaethje.
Oh man, that was
some gloves.
Did man.
Shout out to Onyx and Justin Gaethje.
Did, and that was random as hell too. And that's the other thing about Eddie is like he's been around for so long, he just knows everybody, bro. He just
fought Gaethje.
Fought him. You on the phone with Kamaru. Then Kamaru pulls up to the gym. We end up at Justin Gaethje house for dinner. Trevor Whitman gym. Literally knows everybody. Cheeto Vera, like he knows everybody knows Eddie Alvarez. So that was cool, and just seeing everybody, dudes that I never thought I'd be that close to. That was pretty dope too. So
you had a run in with Connor.
I did have a run in with Connor. Not like a run in. He probably doesn't realize we had a run in, but
well, he was knocking down that bottle of whiskey, bro.
And you know, I thought about maybe he was like buzzed or something, but I told you, man,
he wasn't
the
like nicest person.
Nah, he just like got a god-like complex in his mind, where it's like he just like I was telling him, I'm saying like, yo, I'm like, excuse me, excuse me. Bro, just and I can feel him looking at me. Like
he literally ignored you.
I can feel him looking at me, and you know he used words like peasant and shit like that. Like you can.
Is he small?
To me,
yeah. I mean, but like you're pretty. Like, is he
I think
tall?
he's still having trouble with the juice shit
with the PEDs.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I was just saying, excuse me. I had to walk past him twice, and he is a larger than life figure. When he's in a room,
mad security with him.
It's like it was a couple dudes there, and that's why I was like, you can't. And being professional as well. And I'm not saying I would ever go at Conor McGregor or nothing like that, but it's just like I thought he was kind of like a little rude. Yeah, absolutely. Like, yo, excuse me. I'm just saying, excuse me. I understand I'm walking past you. I respect your shoes. I respect your suit.
You should have stepped right on his shit.
He would have cursed me the fuck out.
Pussy. Imagine if you would have stepped on his shoe and punched him in the face at the same time. Knocked him out cold.
He just wouldn't move out the way. But maybe he didn't hear me. I don't know. You know,
maybe he was fucked up.
Maybe he was fucked up.
Because he was knocking down that bottle of whiskey.
Because ultimately, I did see some people come and get pictures
too. He was killing it. Yeah.
That's crazy. They let him in with that, but. Yeah,
it's fucking Connor, bro. Him just being there, then like they were so hyped that he was there because that puts it.
Hell yeah, it's fucking Connor. Got in the ring,
and then Chad and Eddie are fighting. Both two guys, he fought them both. Yeah. Then he gets in the ring with Mike Perry, who's the face of Bare Knuckle now.
Ain't that some shit?
That couldn't have worked out better for Bare Knuckle, and good for them. Dave Feldman's the owner of that.
Mm-hmm. Do you know him? You ever met him?
He used to own XFE. I fought for XFE.
Oh, okay.
Back in the day at Harris Casino.
That dude,
cool ass dude, bro.
Yep,
solid.
And he said he kind of put the house on this event.
Yeah,
he was very passionate and emotional in the back about how I put everything into this event, all my money, everything. Like he was like, I really need this show to do what I believe it can do.
And I'm sure
it
delivered,
had to. Bro. It delivered.
Everybody was talking about it.
Yeah, it was.
Everybody.
It was big.
Fucking Luke Rockhold's teeth got knocked out.
Anybody who's saying like, yeah, Luke a bitch. Okay. I don't know if you know how many nerves are in your fucking mouth, right? But if you got your grippers knocked out, bro.
But it just goes back to what we were saying about
just behind a keyboard, right?
People get, Aljo gets kneed in the face. All these people call him a pussy.
I could have finished.
If you always look at it too, it's never really fighters who, because we know, or people who even just train. Like you're not critiquing other people. It's always people who don't do the sport, like football.
Yeah.
If there's a football game and your favorite player drops a pass or does some dumb shit.
Yeah.
You don't see other wide receivers or.
I fucking stink. Yeah.
It's all the fucking guys sitting at home with Cheeto dust on their fingers, just roasting them. Like.
Yeah, bro.
People don't understand how hard that shit is.
Bare knuckle is a different animal, and I will say, like I said, it's not for everybody. It's not for all MMA fighters because
Eddie
it's
said
too
it best.
much to
He said,
lose,
"This
bro.
is not for that on
Athletes.
Arrow.
It's for the
It's
dogs.
not for the athletes. It's for the dogs.
Yeah,
and you got to be a fucking dog. And then I seen people like, oh, they're taking these MMA fighters and fucking putting them in a fucking cage just to give them for a paycheck. And they're demoralizing them. But bro, these guys want to be there. They're getting paid a lot of money. Like,
let me ask you, do you think it's something you would ever do?
Bro, I don't know.
If I was an athlete, if let's just say if I was you, I can confidently say no. I don't think that is worth.
Yeah.
And then you're just not in. Well, Eddie's not in a bad position.
I'm going like when I'm done fighting jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-jitsu, okay.
Like, I'm going jiu-jitsu.
You want to stay an athlete? I'm
100%.
I don't have to. I know I'm a dog. I don't have to prove it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't say some because I'm talking about these guys were busted.
If they're paying me fucking a couple millies,
I would rumble anybody.
I'm fucking fighting. I'm fighting. So
and like he said, I thought that was pretty. Whatever. He's just saying like it's not as bad as it looks.
It doesn't
compared to MMA.
It's not. Well, like Eddie was saying Eddie's been doing MMA for so long. Like I love MMA. I love being a martial artist. So I'm going to train like. I'm going to spar and wrestle and do jiu-jitsu and I'm going to do everything for my entire life. There's a lot of fighters in MMA who aren't really martial artists. Like when they're done fighting, they're probably never going to train again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like I truly enjoy all the training I do, but some people like they hate that shit. So if you take away all the aspects of wrestling, grappling, kickboxing, Muay Thai, and all you get to have to focus on is your hands, bro, your schedule goes from being this big to this big.
Yeah.
You have to spar, you have to hit pads, you hit the heavy bag, you run. That's pretty much it. You almost have like a boxer.
He said the camp was fun. He kept saying how fun this camp was. And
him
and Mark Henry,
you run, you hit pads, you spar, and like you hit the heavy bag. And there's not much more than that. Because in MMA, you have to do strength and conditioning. You have jiu-jitsu practice. You have wrestling. Then you have MMA where you have to do fucking everything. Like, bro, it's a lot. It's a lot on your body. Like, by Wednesday, we're fucking already all beat up, and we're only 2 days into the week because by that time we already have done maybe for me like 6 practices.
Yeah,
like, I've already done 6 practices in 2 days, so like you're tired, but in that like you're not doing that much, so you get to enjoy it. He didn't have to cut down to 55. He only had to go to 65. And Eddie likes to get big in between fights, so he didn't have to cut that extra 10 pounds. I'm happy for him. I know he's going to do it again. I know Chad Mendez said and Chad's a fucking beast, bro.
Dog.
Chad is a fucking beast. When Eddie dropped him the second time, I'm like, let's go. This is wrapped up. It's sealed. It's a done fucking deal. Rushed in, gets dropped. But that is Eddie Alvarez fashion. If Eddie doesn't get dropped, it's not an Eddie Alvarez fight.
He said, or he got dropped, and then I was with Ray Robinson next to him, and he was like, get on his ass, Eddie. So I started screaming. I said, yeah, get on his ass, Eddie. Then he got dropped. Mark Henry looked around. He turned around.
He's like, you motherfuckers.
We both got a little quiet, like, oh, shit, man.
But it worked out for Eddie. He won.
Man.
Mike Perry is the face. Mike Perry, if you look at bare knuckle boxing in the dictionary, there should be a picture of Mike Perry.
That is cool.
But I'm happy you had the opportunity, man. It's fucking awesome. It's just gonna keep going this way. If people don't know, we started doing shit together
3 years ago, man.
2020 pandemic, and then you've met a lot of cool people, and you've done some awesome things, and it's just getting started. So I'm happy for you, man.
Thank you, man.
Make sure you guys sign up for Steady Picks. Get these picks in. We'll see you next weekend when Joey Bags is back, and we'll be back with some more picks. Peace.